What is going on, people? Joey Talks Boxing. I want to talk about Joshua and Wilder and how mentally they have switched spots. They have traded places. For years and years and years, many people were critical of Anthony Joshua, saying he doesn't have that heart, myself included, doesn't have that heart, doesn't have that dog, doesn't have the mentality that Deontay Wilder has. Wilder was willing to die on his shield versus Fury in both of his losses. Joshua, he kind of quit versus Ruiz. He accepted losing. Whatever. We get into that debate, but I think he kind of quit versus Ruiz. I think he could have continued. Versus Usyk, the first fight, he kind of just let it get away. In the second fight, he did try, but he came up short. And his heart was put into question. Wilder's been known as being mentally tough and ready, and he's the guy in all this. And it's just so funny because after the fights on last Saturday night, Wilder comes off as the guy who's like mentally doesn't have the fight in him and mentally weak, and he's just like, yeah, I've done it all. Like, I don't got this in me anymore. And kind of reminded me of Mike Tyson in his last fight when he retired. He's like, I just don't have this in me anymore, honestly. And Joshua seemed like the guy who was still hungry, still had the mentality, still was the warrior, still wants to prove that he's the man. So it's just funny how the tables have turned, and that's boxing. The tables turn. I said this, I think, in the other video also. Joe Joyce beat Joseph Parker earlier this year, knocked him out. Joyce was a contender at that time. Parker wasn't. Less than a year later, Parker, after beating Wilder, is a contender. Joyce, after losing twice to Zhang, is not. So it just shows you, man, things change quickly. People said Wilder was the guy who was mentally weak, myself included. And people said Wilder was mentally strong and Joshua was mentally weak. And now people are going to say that Joshua was mentally strong and Wilder doesn't have that fight in him anymore. So just an interesting perspective on how things change very quickly in boxing. And we're constantly living through the history. The heavyweight division has been shaken up, and there's a lot of scrambling all over the place, but it makes it exciting that there isn't one clear guy and that new players are getting, up and down, moving up and down the ladder in the heavyweight division. So it's a good time to watch boxing. Just something that I thought. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.